there's just not enough damage in the game before Giant Slayer gets added back to LDR. You need, you know, Kai'Sa, Azir. That's not really getting picked up. The LPL hasn't been favoring Azir.
He trades On's Flash for it. So it's OMG forcing their way in here, and they're going to come away the victors in feats of monster slaying and overall turret pressure with 2 grubs to 1.
Yeah, YXL did hit the ult on the Haichao, which would have been a decent chunk, but also did get the full wave to rotate in. But once that ult is down, Shun got 1 grub, and now pass down to the Drake. I think that's a pretty good trade for BLG, though, and they're setting up this dive in top.
All right, there they go. Cancel. Unbreakable Will comes down, layering all the CC over with the Cyclones. Shades of Corruption is going to snipe out onto Juhan, but he doesn't have turret aggro, and now Viper's under threat. That's a big tower chunk that Starry eats, but Viper dies with his support. They get a 2-for-1 when all they wanted was on.
BLG, that's not what I meant when I said play together. So Haichao. Hold on.
Oh,
Juhan,
right.
Here's a heal.
Oh, he's going to flash over the wall, headbutt pulverize onto On. He's going to try to drop the depth charge, but the Cyclone dash forward is going to get On very, very low. Crescent Guard comes across. Oh, the cube boomerang finds the kill there onto On from Starry, and now they can turn their attention towards June. Headbutt pulverize comes right back up for On, and there's the BAP of the staff coming across here for Juhan. Not enough damage behind that piercing arrow. It's a 4-0 start for OMG.
There's nothing else to say, Slayer, other than OMG are just more proactive in this series because of the Akali. Even if this was a bit more of a damaging or nice TP behind.
Bin maybe under threat here. Harry going to get the knock up. Bin is slowed up. This is a 1v3. Bin's caught out. Talks so much about the side lanes. He throws the Grim Deliverance out. It doesn't matter. Bin now picked off on the side lane. Haichao cashes in on that Dark Seal.
Dragon fight. That will be 2 for them. Base is cancelled, though.
Oh, man. And that's first brick on the bot side. That's feats of strength over to OMG. They get the boots upgrade. Dragon's still going to be forced, but this really feels like a bit of a desperate issue here from Shun. They do eat the depth charge on a Moham. They force the Unbreakable Will out. Now the TP's going to come through. Can Harry cancel this? Yes, he can.
Canceled.
No, Orianna can join this fight. Starry on the top side, trying to find some space, get some of these autos down. As Haichao jumps on a very low HP Shun. There goes another kill. 5 kills to nothing for OMG, and they're looking for more as Viper eats a perfect execution to the face. Make it 6 kills to nothing. Finally, it's YXL. It's going to get them on the board, but Harry, a valiant sacrifice, make sure it's a 4v4 and more importantly a winning fight again for OMG.
YXL's got to be careful here because the Scion will do a lot of damage. Oh, that was nearly disaster. It still will be disaster. He's just dead here.
Oh my god. Haichao pops on out. The minion wave is doing YXL dirty. You got to think he wants the execute. He might actually get it here. I wonder how close the timer is. Oh, the rocket belt. There it goes. No execute. Haichao, another kill towards his Dark Seal and towards this monumental OMG gold lead. And they're looking for more here. Is On searching for some vision in the enemy jungle. All right, the depth charge gets him out. But the headline here, Jay Beto, that is a 3.5K gold lead for OMG in a shutout game 2. And maybe they're finally now looking for more here. Headbutt pulverize, stuns land on top of On, and they've got more than enough damage in the Wukong Sivir combination.
Again, is putting on a masterclass of how to play these melee mid laners for help, but Aura TP Mog moment from Moham as he TPs in, but OMG showing up with numbers. There's no tier 1 tower, so they can be chased out.
All right, unstoppable onslaught forward, and they section off YXL. Straying the sheep away from the pack, and you have yourself lamb for dinner. Nice 3-man shockwave there, YXL. It doesn't matter. You are still fodder towards the cannon that is becoming Starry. Give him a 4th.
Again, the gold lead is just climbing and climbing for OMG. Game 1 was at least close, Slayer. This game feels like BLG have fallen apart at the seams. You know, is Viper getting left out to dry a little bit? Is it his positioning? Is it YXL? Is it On? But the overarching story here is that BLG have issues they still need to sort out. It's very early in the season. This is their 2nd game. But OMG.
Oh, that is a gank of heavy proportion. Another casual flash taken off of On, and will be revisited later. See a turret back over for Bin, gets it on the top side.
Hopefully not Viper Life esports anymore. But BLG should give this Drake. It's not a requirement for them to fight. If they do fight and Starry gets Mortal Reminder this early, the game is kind of just done. There's nothing BLG can do.
With an Octocon on the board. All right, they're going to try and show up late. Depth charge onto Haichao. He goes into the Shroud, and the anchor goes wide, and he just gets headbutt pulverized in the back of OMG. Oh, that's the yawn that I did not like to see on the world stage a couple of months ago. And it's immediately a 4v5 with no real engage tool. How did BLG get in here? It has to be Shun go for the hero steal. Haichao's going after Viper. Flash for flash. The shockwave hit nobody. The crescent guard's not by any time for Shun. And now OMG can just crumple BLG into a piece of paper and throw him towards the waste bin. It's the solo lanes that are only left up. Otacon was taken. OMG have their cake, and they're eating it too with a big old smile on their face.
OMG in this second game.
Because like you mentioned, game one, it was back and forth for a lot of points. It was 40 minutes long. This game, it's 24 minutes in. It's 13-1 on the kill count. Maybe they have an angle here, but the redemption, there's just no damage from Viper or YXL at this point. They are just freshly on 2 items, 2 scaling items for YXL. What they will do
Haichao again.
For a disgusting Haichao flank. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Disgusting Haichao flank. Here it comes, folks. You are not dreaming. Oh my god, there's the unstoppable onslaught. Double knock up. Immediate double kill for Haichao comes across here. Story hasn't even stepped foot into this fight yet, and it's already is done and dusted. Shun goes down. Everybody wiping down in the name of OMG. They're not going to even need Baron. All they're going to need is the shock and awe of this series score. Nice grim deliverance. Nice cultivation of war stacked up. Hey, you finally got the big passive here, Ben. What is it going to get you? Not even a trade kill. Just a stall out as OMG clean ace BLG home.
Haichao again with a flank of a century. How does he find these angles? OMG, their convergence, their dive, their team fighting is so good in this series. Haichao. Haichao.
8 level
Oh
difference.
my god.
No, sorry, 9 level difference.
Look at the camera. He's put his hands up in the air. He's celebrating. He knows he's dead here. Is he? I mean, he should be, but... Oh my god!
Okay, all right.
I'm going to get off the point. I don't like him. I think Zehen is overrated, but...
Victory march is in. They've got the Baron power play flowing. They're taking down these structures like they're made of paper. There's a tier 2 turret down on the bot side. We're going to sit back here and talk about the great Haichao game, the great Haichao series on the Silas and the Akali to usher us in here to 2026.
And then maybe BLG can end the game. We'll get a bunch of gold back, but OMG playing slow. Baron wars off. The tier 2 falls the exact same moment. OMG, though, still pushing up a little bit. Looks like they are starting to shift away from getting these turrets. It is the smart decision. You've got 2.5 minutes on Baron and Sol here.
Guys, this doesn't work. He's all armor. He doesn't take any damage, and Shun's going to pay for his transgressions of dashing in. Crescent Guard shouldn't save him from this Wukong, and definitely not Haichao, who flies on in to grab himself the game-leading 9th kill of the game. Bin with the flank here, trying to get the Cultivation War stacked up, but Haichao is 1, Haichao is 2, Haichao is 3. He's looking to see if he can maybe get himself a Demacia Cup pentakill. There's the revive on the Cultivation of War. That is still very broken. Bin gets a full refresh on his health bar, and it may not be the quadra kill on the official scoreboard, but it's 4 kills nonetheless for Haichao. And most importantly, the headline to read here, folks, OMG are 4-0 in Group B, the group of death, knocking down Weibo Gaming and Bilibili Gaming in sweeping fashions. Welcome to the Demacia Cup, everybody.
My headline slayer says, oh my god.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.